Imagine this for a moment. What if the very thing slowly numbing your feet, weakening your balance, and stealing the strength from your legs isn't age, isn't bad luck, but something sitting right in your kitchen, something you've been eating for years without a second thought? Here on Organic Awakening, I want to open your eyes to a hidden threat that almost no one talks about. A quiet saboteur that doesn't cause sharp pain, doesn't give any dramatic warning. It simply chips away your nerves day after day, until one morning you wake up and think, why do my feet feel disconnected from my body? Tingling that never fully goes away, cramps that wake you at night, burning in the soles, that strange, unsettling feeling of walking on cotton or sand. These aren't random signs, they're warning alarms. And here's the truth most people never hear. This toxin affects countless adults over 60, even those who don't have diabetes. And the most shocking part, many people ate it today, believing it was perfectly normal. Stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to share could shift the entire direction of your nerve health. This is the kind of clarity that helps you stop the progression of neuropathy before it becomes something harder to reverse. Thank you for choosing to invest these moments in your well-being. What you're about to discover might be the turning point your body has been waiting for. Before we dive into that toxin, there's something essential you need to understand. Your nerves are like electrical cables running throughout your body. Each one is covered by a protective layer called myelin. It helps you walk smoothly, feel textures, stay balanced, and move with precision and strength. But this layer wears down over time, and when it gets damaged, symptoms don't appear right away. Neuropathy doesn't scream, it whispers. Those whispers look like tingling, burning, numbness, electrical shocks in the feet, cramps, unexpected falls. And when it finally becomes painful, it means the damage has been building for months or even years. So today I'm going to show you 4 nerve-damaging toxins, from the least harmful to the most destructive. And yes, number 1 is the most common, the most widespread, and the most addictive. A real wolf in sheep's clothing. Let's begin. Toxin number 4, chronic vitamin B12 deficiency. The silent drain that weakens your nerves from within. This one isn't something you eat, drink, or find hidden in a package. It's something your body no longer absorbs like it used to, even though your nerves desperately need it to stay alive and strong. Vitamin B12 is essential for maintaining your myelin, that protective coating on every nerve. Imagine a new cable with perfect insulation. Electricity flows without interruption. Now imagine that same cable years later, cracked, worn, peeling, every spark escaping, every signal breaking. That's what happens to your nerves when B12 runs low. Signals slow down. They weaken. They become irregular, and the earliest symptoms get dismissed as age. Tingling, burning, numbness, clumsiness, trouble feeling textures. After age 65, the stomach produces less acid, and without enough acid, you simply can't absorb B12 properly. If you take antacids, have chronic gastritis, or use certain stomach medications, absorption drops even more. It's like trying to fill a water tank with a hose full of holes. Even if you eat enough B12, it doesn't reach your nerves. When B12 is low, nerves get less oxygen, electrical signals slow down, and your body starts sending the wrong sensations. That's why so many people feel like they're walking on pillows, or hot stones, or like their feet don't belong to them. None of that is normal. None of that is just aging. Everything has a cause. If you've ever felt persistent tingling in your feet, you're not alone. Many people experience it daily without knowing why. The first step, check your B12 levels. And here's something most people don't know. In older adults, normal range isn't good enough. Levels need to be above 500 ppm per milliliter to protect your myelin. If they're low, replenishing B12 is simple, safe, and often life-changing. Many people regain sensitivity, balance, and strength in just weeks once their nerves finally get what they've been missing for years. Also, pay attention to anything that reduces absorption. If you take medications for heartburn or gastritis, talk with your trusted health professional about adjusting them. And don't ignore your symptoms. That tingling, burning, or end-of-day numbness isn't poor circulation. It's a nerve calling for help. Remember the cable analogy. Every microgram of B12 you restore is another layer of protection rebuilt. When that coating strengthens again, energy flows the way it should. Your nerves start working with you, not against you. Toxin number 3, chronic dehydration. The internal drought that dries out your nerves without warning. This one hides in plain sight. It isn't on a label. It isn't in a jar. And no one warns you about it. But millions of older adults experience it every day, living slightly dehydrated year after year. At first it feels harmless, but long-term dehydration becomes a direct toxin for your nerves. Your nerves depend on proper hydration to send signals accurately. Without enough water, nerve transmission becomes slow and unstable. Sensitivity changes. Tingling, numbness, and cramps show up, and most people blame age. With poor hydration, nerves simply can't function well and become more fragile over time. And here's the tricky part. With age, the thirst mechanism weakens. Many people stop feeling thirsty even when their body desperately needs water. Cold feet, nighttime tingling, recurrent cramps, unusual end-of-day fatigue. Those are nerves working under drought conditions. This isn't a sudden failure, it's an exhaustion that slowly builds over the years.
She once told me something that broke my heart. It feels like my feet are wrapped in cotton, and at night, it's like electricity running through my toes. Her sensitivity had dropped so much that walking felt strange, and every night she lay awake with that tingling current in her feet. She was convinced something serious was happening, but when we looked at her habits, the truth was shockingly simple. She drank only 1 glass of water a day. The rest of the time, her fluids came from tiny sips of coffee or highly concentrated teas. Her body had been running on a water deficit for years, and her nerves were paying the price. Dehydration isn't dramatic. It doesn't shout. It whispers, slowly drying out the very tissues that keep your balance, your sensitivity, your stability. But here's the encouraging part. The solution is beautifully simple. Your body doesn't need big bottles of water chugged all at once. It responds better to small, steady portions spread throughout the day. Half a glass in the morning, half at midday, another half in the afternoon. Those little doses act like slow rain over dry soil. Bit by bit, your internal hydration resets. And when that happens, your nerves finally calm down and begin firing signals with better stability. I've seen real improvements in people who regain sensation, reduce tingling, and feel more grounded just by adjusting their daily hydration. Once you understand what's happening inside your body, everything becomes clear. Every sip you take is like a message of care sent directly to your nervous system. Before we move on to the 2 most dangerous toxins, let me ask you something important. Are you finding value in this information? If this content is helping you understand your nerve health and you want more practical, easy-to-apply guidance, I'd love for you to subscribe to Organic Awakening. That small action helps this message reach more people who truly need it, and it allows me to keep creating empowering videos for you. And don't forget to activate notifications so you never miss new insights. Now, let's step into the next toxin. Toxin number 2. Hidden sugar in everyday supermarket foods. This one is sneaky. It's the master of disguise, and it silently inflames your nerves without you ever noticing. It's not the sugar you sprinkle on coffee. It's not the dessert you consciously choose. It's not the obvious sweets we all know. The real threat? The sugar hiding inside everyday foods people buy without thinking. Products marketed as healthy, light, whole grain, or natural, but loaded with added sugar under names that look harmless. Most older adults tell me confidently, "I don't add sugar to anything." And that's exactly where the misunderstanding begins. The sugar that damages their nerves doesn't come from the sugar bowl. It comes from packaged bread, salad dressings, whole grain cookies, energy bars, breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, bottled sauces, instant coffees, powdered soups. The food industry has mastered the art of slipping sugar into products that never needed it to make them tastier and more addictive. And they do it so well, most people never notice. Why is this hidden sugar so dangerous for your nerves? Because even small, constant doses cause repeated glucose spikes. Those spikes trigger inflammation inside your body, and that inflammation weakens the delicate nerve fibers responsible for sensation, balance, and coordination. Neuropathy doesn't appear from an occasional ice cream. It develops from years of invisible sugar in foods you never suspected. It works like fine rain eroding stone, slow, silent, and persistent. Many people believe they eat well. They avoid desserts, sodas, obvious sweets. But when they read labels carefully, the truth appears. A breakfast cereal with added sugar, a lunch sauce loaded with sweeteners, a healthy cookie with more sugar than a full spoon. That tiny daily dose is enough to keep nerves irritated, numb, or burning. The solution is learn to recognize sugar even when it hides behind other names. It often appears as syrup, maltose, dextrose, fructose, glucose, juice concentrate, nectar, molasses. Some products even split the sugar into small portions under different names to keep each one lower on the list. Reading labels becomes a powerful act of self-protection. Choosing simple foods with fewer ingredients, foods you recognize, gives your nerves room to breathe again. When hidden sugar drops, inflammation decreases, sensitivity returns, and symptoms often stabilize. This knowledge gives you back control. It's not about removing joy from your meals. It's about avoiding what harms you without your consent. Every time you choose real food over processed food, your nerves feel it. Every time you lower hidden sugar, your body thanks you with more balance, more clarity, more energy. That lack of circulation slowly turns your nerves fragile, almost brittle. They lose their ability to repair themselves, and while that's happening, your body keeps sending confusing signals, burning sensations, nighttime cramps, tingling, and that strange feeling of walking on uneven or unfamiliar surfaces. And there's another layer to this problem, the metabolism inside the nerve itself. When glucose comes in excess, part of it turns into toxic compounds called glycation products. These tiny troublemakers stick to your nerve proteins and warp their shape. The fibers lose their structure, electrical signals struggle to travel, and sensations become blurry, weak, or painfully sharp. It's a slow erosion, silent, daily. And it's happening to people who genuinely believe they're eating normally. I've seen so many older adults convinced they're doing nothing wrong. I only eat white bread twice a day, or my cookies are low fat, so they're healthy. But without realizing it, they're feeding an inflammatory cycle that wears down their nerves non-stop. And here's what most people never hear. These same refined carbs directly interfere with nerve regeneration. Nerves can repair themselves, but when glucose rises and falls like a roller coaster, the healing process collapses. Recovery slows, sensitivity returns only in fragments, and numbness becomes more frequent. It's like watching your nerves try to stand up again and again, but getting knocked down every time. Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. Do you eat white bread or refined pasta every day? If your answer is yes, type the word change in the comments. That simple commitment might be your first step toward restoring nerve health. The solution is balance, not restriction, not punishment, just choosing foods that work with your body, not against it. When you choose real, less processed foods, when you swap white bread for truly whole grain options, when you cut back on packaged products, when you add more fiber, more vegetables, more clean protein, your nerves start waking up again. Inflammation drops, blood sugar stabilizes, circulation improves, and your body begins sending clearer signals to the places that were once numb. I've seen people regain strength in their legs, feel the ground beneath their feet again, and watch their tingling fade away simply by changing the type of flour they consume. Every choice you make sends a message to your nerves. I'm taking care of you. And they respond. Slowly, gently, steadily, even after years of habits that seemed harmless. Now, let me address a few questions you might be asking yourself right now. Do I have to give up bread forever? No, not at all. This isn't about eliminating. It's about choosing wisely. A real whole grain bread, made from whole grains and without added sugars, is far more supportive for your nerves than industrial white bread. How long until I see results? That depends on how much damage has accumulated. But when people improve their hydration, replenish B12 if needed, and reduce ultra-refined carbs and hidden sugars, many start noticing changes within weeks. Less tingling, less burning, clearer sensations, more stability when walking. Your nerves were damaged over years, so healing takes time. But every day you support your body is a day your nerves get another chance. And are these changes enough, or do I need medication? Always talk with your trusted healthcare provider before making changes. Each person is unique, and only your provider understands your medical history and your current needs. What I share here on Organic Awakening is educational guidance, not a substitute for personalized care. You might feel like you're processing a lot right now, and honestly, that's good. Not to scare you, but to give you clarity. Understanding what's happening inside your body can completely change your direction. Neuropathy doesn't appear overnight. It's built through years of small decisions, and it's improved through small decisions too. Every glass of water you drink on time, every ingredient list you read calmly, every refined carb you replace with a whole, real food, every simple step adds up. I've seen so many older adults walk into this journey feeling scared, thinking there's no way back. But when we change habits, when we finally understand what harms the nerves and what strengthens them, something beautiful happens. Sensitivity returns, burning fades, leg strength improves, walking becomes more stable. Life starts feeling like yours again. This isn't about magic cures. It's about giving your body the environment it needs to function better. You don't need to change everything in one day. Nobody can. Just choose one thing to improve today and repeat it tomorrow. Because your nerves are stronger than you think, and they respond quickly when you stop harming them without realizing it. And now let me speak directly to you, because this isn't just information. It's your comfort when you walk. It's your peace when you sleep. It's your independence in your everyday life. Neuropathy steals quality of life, but it doesn't have to keep progressing. You can slow it down. You can improve your symptoms. You can restore your well-being one conscious choice at a time. If something resonated with you today, if you discovered a hidden toxin you were consuming, or if you finally understand what your body has been trying to tell you, share this video with someone you care about. A family member, a friend, someone who's starting to feel the first signs of numbness or tingling. This information might change their life. And if you want to keep learning with me, if you want a companion to guide you through this journey of protecting your nervous system and strengthening your vitality, subscribe to Organic Awakening and turn on notifications. Here, you'll always find clear, sincere, practical guidance. Never empty promises, never complicated jargon. Just the tools you need to live with more strength, more clarity, and more peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dedicating this moment to your well-being. Your nerves work day and night so you can walk, hold, feel, and stay balanced. Give them the care they deserve. Wishing you a long, calm, vibrant life. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue caring for your nerve health and your quality of life together.